BTS News Today.in an incident that shocked the army around the world. A secret letter written by Jungkook to Park Jimin was recently leaked to the public and immediately became a hot discussion on various social media platforms. Leaked letter reveals Jungkook's emotional side, which so far can only be guessed by the fans. With a deep note of regret, the words scratched in the letter opened the veil, the deepest feelings of an idol who has been looking strong in front of the camera, but it keeps a heavy burden behind the scenes. This incident stems from widespread speculation about the emotional relationship between Jungkook and Jimin, who had experienced tension in recent months. Although never confirmed directly by the two, BTS's loyal fans have long noticed a change in the dynamics of their relationship. Togetherness that once seemed so close now looks more distant. Even in some occasions, the camera caught a moment of silence between them. Many are wondering what really happened. When the letter appeared on an online forum commonly used by Korean entertainment staff, netizens were initially skeptical about its authenticity. But after a few pieces of writing contained in the letter matched the style of writing and the way Jungkook expresses himself, doubts begin to fade. Moreover, some of the sentences in it sound very personal and emotional, like an outpouring of heart that is impossible to be made by outsiders. Moreover, there are expressions that are specifically known only by people who know their closeness intensely. The content of the letter really excited the readers. The opening sentence alone already hints that Jungkook is experiencing a storm of emotions. He wrote, "I don't know where to start, but I just want you to know. I'm sorry. Very sorry." From that sentence alone, millions of ARMY immediately felt that there was something that had been harbored by the BTS magnate. The remorse is then further elaborated in a letter full of emotion, longing, and also the hope that remains. In the next paragraph, Jungkook recalls the moments they were the only ones who ever felt so warm. He mentioned how Jimin's laughter was his encouragement in difficult times, how the touch of Jimin's hand when they supported each other during the world tour became a healer from fatigue, and how Jimin's presence beside her gave him a sense of security that can't be described in words. Jungkook writes, "You are always present, even when I don't ask for it. You know when I need to talk, even when I didn't realize it myself." However, the turning point of their once so strong relationship, it appears to be due to a misunderstanding that has never been revealed to the public. In the letter, Jungkook explained that there were words he spoke in emotion that may have hurt Jimin's heart more than he realized. He admitted that he was too arrogant to apologize directly at that time, too hard hit by a complicated situation, until they finally moved away. Another of the most heartbreaking pieces of the sentence reads, "If time could turn, I would rather be silent than say things that hurt you. But I know I can't change the past, can only hope you still have a little room to forgive me." The sentence immediately went viral on social media, used as a quote by thousands of fanbase accounts, and provoked a wave of emotions from the fans, who had longed for reconciliation between the two close friends. The pain in the letter not only shows Jungkook's guilt, but also a deep sense of loss. He wrote, "We talked about the future, about how we will stay next to each other even after all this is over. But right now, I don't even know how to contact you without feeling like a stranger." The sentence is a sign that the distance between them is not only physical, but it's also emotional, and it's a very hard wound for Jungkook to heal. The fans also began to associate this letter with various moments that had happened in the past. Some mentioned that during their last concert tour, Jimin is seen more often alone, and Jungkook looked like he wanted to get close but held back. Little moments like that have a deeper meaning. In fact, many are returning to replay their old videos and found that there might be something subtly but significantly changed. Meanwhile, Big Hit Music has not given an official statement regarding the leak of the letter. However, various sources mention that the letter is most likely genuine and comes from Jungkook's personal journal, which was taken to the site of military training. Some staff lamented how such a private thing could fall into the hands of the public, but on the other hand, many fans feel that this letter is real proof from the love and guilt of a friend who lost his way. In that long letter, Jungkook also stated that he did not write to seek sympathy or force Jimin to return to him, but more as a form of redemption. "I just want you to know that I'm still thinking of you, still missing you, and still appreciate everything we've ever had," wrote it at the end of the letter. After the letter went viral, Jimin has not given any response. But one of the fanbase account mentions that Jimin was seen holding back tears while appearing in a short interview session after military training. Many guessed that he already knew the letter before it was leaked to the public, and that his emotions at that time reflected the turmoil of feelings that still remain. The reaction of the army was very diverse, ranging from being moved to tears. up to the angry ones because they feel that certain parties have violated Jungkook's privacy. But in general, the majority of fans actually feel that this letter is a bridge to healing. They believe that by understanding each other and opening hearts, Jungkook and Jimin can rebuild their relationship, maybe even stronger than before. Waves of support flooded Twitter with the hashtags #ForgiveJungkook and #WeLoveYouJimin. Thousands of messages of support flooded social media. I hope that the two of them can reconcile and support each other again as before. Even some Korean artists and celebrities gave positive comments about how Jungkook's courage to express his regret be an excellent example of honesty and emotional responsibility. In the midst of an entertainment world full of imagery and strict control over emotions, this letter is a reminder that even idols are ordinary people who can feel, regret, and love. Jungkook, who had been known as the powerful magne, now he's showing his side, and it is precisely because of this that it looks more real and touches the hearts of many people. Now, fans are waiting anxiously for the continuation of the story. Will Jimin respond? Will the two ever make peace again? Or is it just a form of closure of the old chapter in their friendship? Time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the leak of this letter has reminded everyone of the importance of communication, empathy, and the courage to admit mistakes. And more than that, how valuable a person is before it's too late to say. As time goes on, the secret letter is now a symbol of love and regret from a painful but instructive past. Jungkook has opened his heart through words, and the world heard it with empathy. Now, all eyes were on Jimin, whether he would answer or let the letter be an echoing sound in the quiet space of their ever-so-beautiful friendship. A few days after the letter was widely circulated on the internet, the atmosphere among BTS fans has become quieter, but still full of hope and curiosity. Many of them started writing open letters or making videos of support for Jungkook and Jimin. Shows how strong the emotional connection is established between the artist and his fans. Some even mention that the letter, although painful, feels like a gift, an honest confession from someone who has been hiding so many things behind her sweet smile. In various ARMY community forums, the discussion also flowed profusely. Many began to share their memories. There will be sweet moments between Jungkook and Jimin over the years. Compilation videos about their interactions, both on stage and behind the scenes, back viral. Some even say that the contents of the letter is like filling empty gaps of all the silent moments that have occurred over the past few hours. What was previously speculation, now it has a strong emotional base point. One of the most discussed parts of the letter is when Jungkook writes, "I miss the way you look at me with understanding eyes. Now, even when we meet, it feels like two strangers who only know each other's names, but no longer know what is felt in it."